Hello guys, Fields of Stone recently got released, and with it you get access to the coolest artifact yet, Chaos Blade. So in this video I'll show you principles that will help you get all the rewards for it even if you're a newer player. Now before you go into this, before you start anything, you should decide what kind of composition you want to run into this challenge. And my biggest advice for you, I would recommend to go for a slow composition over a mixed or a burst compositions. Now you might be asking, Linker, how do I make that slow composition? Why should I do that? What is this challenge? And the answer to all of these would lie in what makes this mode so hard, the trials. So for those of you unfamiliar with this event, the trials will be challenges that you pick before going in, and they make your team either weaker or the enemy team stronger during these fights. Now the reason you want to pick them in the first place is going to be for strategy or the rewards, I guess. I recommend slow compositions not just because they will recover well between fights, but also look how this challenge introduced many trials that are aggressive compositions. For example, you see the energy trial making all the enemies old at the start of the fight. You should make your composition a slow team. Now the way I would approach finding your best slow team, let's say you're in the real early game, you don't have any heroes. You may have heroes like Rowan or Namor. Just look for healers, look for anything that can sustain your team through for healing, and then you could use other heroes that carry you in the campaign that work decently here. You have Gwyneth, you have Aaron, Chimera, anything like that you have will probably work decently here. Now if you're a little bit more advanced, you should put in your Talene or Saurus and run a God comp composition, something that resembles that. Talene is especially good since her death mechanics works against the trials, just really good install, and then the healer is also the carry. The trials I personally picked not to do are the health regeneration and defense trials. And the reason is I'm planning the fights to go for long enough for Talene to carry. Now if you're going for a different strategy, for example Lucius shields with Rowan and Gwyneth that also can stay for a long time, knowing I'm planning that, I would recommend paying attention to the trials that might hurt you, like light barrier damage, something to that effect. So pay attention to these trials. Often changing this would be key to really bursting through the whole thing with your good compositions. But the superior strategy in my mind is definitely going to be stalling and healing for the reasons that I mentioned. Now once you've jumped into the challenge and you've picked your composition, you can ignore the cannons around the map entirely. They don't do anything, they are just a relic of the old map that this was implemented on. You'll need to beat all enemies to get the reward, and you don't get any relics, but I do recommend doing the last team last and paying attention to the order because it's slightly more challenging and some of your heroes might die there, so you can get away with some of your main composition dying on the very last challenge. Now if you're still finding it difficult to win with a slow team, I recommend paying attention to the enemies, especially the Aarons in some of these, maybe slowing down the game's speed so you can react if some of your main heroes die. And if things really aren't working well for you, I would recommend you try a complete stall or CC team. So this is a strategy that works well. It might take a few replay, but it works even if you're at low power, since the enemies are so low leveled and many trials wear through the fight. Even heroes like Fox, who aren't usually solo carries, will come through. So this is essentially removing your main carry for a CC hero that will grant you more CC, and you will still have an essential hero that's the side carry that can get you through the match. So it's an extra trick to get an extra hero if you really need it. And with that, I hope this helps you. Let me know if this was useful. This just about wraps my quick trials guide for Fields of Stone. Let me know what you guys think below. Like, subscribe, and I've been Linker. Peace.